fuck you, Edgeworth. I love you, but fuck you. Yeah, this is the one who left the fucking suicide note 6 months ago. Haven't changed a bit, Francesca. Ran away with you, tilting like the ill-bred dog you are. Damn! Let's hear it, Francesca. How are things going? Very rough time maintaining perfection in this country. Ooh, boy, there's some tension here. There's some tension between these two. Brother and sister not having a good relationship right now. And you came back. I haven't given in yet. Good luck, Francesca. I can't be rooting for you because if you win, then Maya's dead. But I understand. Yeah, they are throwing some fucking hands immediately. 100%. Less than the meaning of total victory. At least she has confidence. Now, what the fuck are you doing here? I've gone and died. That is literally what the note said. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. I think that's enough of a warm welcome for someone you haven't seen in a year. You heard her, right? It is kind of a fucked up thing to leave a note like that, though, Edgeworth. Can we at least talk about that? You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. Okay. Working together is the definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth? If you ever feel the need for my assistance, it's available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. Okay, at least you're being helpful. However, Manfred Von Karma was still my mentor, and a perfect win record is the proof of Von Karma. But he lost, and so did you. Several times. It'd be better for everyone if you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. At least Phoenix is rightfully pissed off. I respect that. Your reason. Francesca, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. And to defend my client, to save their lives, those who think only of their ego-driven goals, those kinds of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. I respect that. I respect that. Phoenix rightfully upset is a good way of putting it, actually, yes. There is still a lot you have yet to learn. Well, that's enough for now. You... oh, I might as well ask him about some things. Alright, telling me nothing, of course. So what if I talk actually about people? Woman's another key to solving this case. Okay. She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became One Korea's manager. And then a few months later, she's dead. There's still a riddle yet to solve. A riddle? She left a suicide note like you did? Oh, it went missing. Okay. A missing suicide note. She holds a large secret within herself. A secret? The Hulk. When I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular, I take it. Someone's mad that the Steel Samurai got replaced. In case you don't know, in lore, Matt Ungard replaces Will Powers. Matt Ungard's Nickel Samurai replaces Will Powers as Steel Samurai. And Miles Edgeworth is a huge fan of the Steel Samurai, but doesn't like the Nickel Samurai. So there's a little bit of, like, fanboyism happening here. This, we were on the final case of the second game. We're on, Farewell My Turnabout. Let's see what you have to say about Juan Carita. Well, thankfully, Edgeworth's not the prosecutor for this case. It's Francesca who is still prosecuting this case, but Edgeworth is kind of helping us with what he knows. Was a suicide that there's no mistake. However, we could not find a suicide note. And the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. Alright, so how do you know that she wrote a note, and how do you know if it was suicide? If there was no note. So there was ink on her fingers, which implies she was writing something down. Okay, I see. The police think it was Mr. One Carita himself who hid the note. Okay, why? He was the one who found the body. Which makes me one person who had a chance to hide a suicide note. Are you Well, you can watch all 4 hours of Turnabout Big Top on the YouTubes if you want, Onyx. It's all there. All 4 hours worth of Turnabout Big Top. That case is way too long. So you think there's incriminating stuff on that suicide note. Hold on to that, because you might be on the right track. We'll see. It's been a while since I did this case, so I don't remember all the details. Looking this over. This is the suicide note part 1. Well, then why do you have it? Oh, was a suicide note hidden? Oh, it's a report of the suicide, not the note. Okay. Okay. Maybe with this info we can break Adrian Andrews now. Let's see if we can break her. Here in the Gatewater Hotel. Oh, Andrews is gone, okay? Yeah, we need to break her psyche locks. So then where the fuck she go? Okay, we're missing something. Maybe there was something we had to ask Edgeworth back there. Let's go back. My suicide report's even less. First of all, the reports that have multiple parts like that one that has 2. It's a 2-part report? Why didn't you just give us both parts of the report, Edgeworth? Adrian Andrews attempted suicide after her mentor did. That's important to know. Who would try to kill herself, though? You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always been trying to hide. Her dependent nature. Now, to my knowledge, dependent nature is a localization-ism. In the Japanese, she's a lesbian who was in love with her former mentor. To my understanding, this is the case. The dependent nature thing is... Oh, no. Correction. The dependent nature means that she has suicidal tendencies. And they didn't want to, like, suicidal tendencies their way through this, so they wrote dependent nature. I'll have to research this to double check, but I'm pretty sure this is a localization-ism. Yeah. Thank you, Onyx. She... Thank you for the correction, Onyx, in the chat. For people who are going to be watching this on YouTube, Onyx has said that it was incorrect. It was the word codependent was used to describe her emotional issues. Yeah, no, I was incorrect, Xenochrist. Don't worry, disregard what I said before. It's just that she has emotional issues, mental health issues. And so instead of writing mental health issues, they wrote dependent nature. Although you can read their relationship as kind of like gay, or at least like intimate in some form, because she tried to commit suicide like literally right after her mentor died. You can't interpret that as like a gay relationship or a bisexual relationship. Why is dependent nature on the very fucking top of the list? His attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. Because she has mental health issues. It's because she valued her mentor. Yeah. Yes, Pearl, that is correct. Then she went to therapy and is getting her life back together. Yeah, this case goes in some dark directions. Even for like a game about murder mysteries, this goes in a fairly dark direction. Because a lot of the rest of this series is like very, very light, cheery, not cheery, but like very light affair for murder mysteries. But this case goes in some pretty dark places, and including this one. Crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature for dependency on others. World before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. Okay. So she's not confident at all. She's just pretending to be her mentor. And she is like a hair's breadth away from breaking. Which is why we're about to press her on all of this so we can get her psyche locks broken. Yay! We're good people, I promise. I love listening to this music right after describing how someone has mental health issues and attempted suicide after her rock died. I love listening to this music after that. That's just a whiplash that I'm trying to deal with right now. Rat-a-tat-tat 19. Oh boy, this game. That is a fucking mood whiplash. Now, is she back? Yay! It's Von Karma. What do you think? We're about to break your witness. Man, I am here for the Adrian Andrews / Francesca Von Karma ship. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. You're always following after this detective with the little beard. I love Francesca so much. She's great. Oh, I imagine there's like reams of Ace Attorney fanfic out there. I just don't have time to read it all, or even most of it. She planted a tracking device on that detective, and with this, I know that fool's every move. She has a gumshoe detector in her pocket. Stop wasting time, Adrian Andrews. Love how they established this, not just in this case, but also in the third case. Inquired about what we just discussed. Understood? I think you could read this as Andrews getting dependent on Francesca Von Karma. You can read that. That's a read. That is a valid read of this scene, I believe. I don't know if it's the correct one, but it's a valid one. All right, let's try this again. All right, let's try this. All right, now tell me about this clipping. This part we did already. So we can prove that Adrian Andrews and our murder victim had a relationship some time ago. Or at least the tabloid thought so. Well, it's not so much breaking someone's psyche, but breaking down the mental barriers that keep them from telling you the truth. Like, literally breaking the locks on the information they have hidden inside themselves. You despise interpersonal relationships. That's a very interesting thing to tell me, Miss Andrews, based on what I have just found out about you. Switch to profiles. Take that! Celeste Impacts, your mentor. Now we're getting somewhere. She committed suicide, did she not? But looks like... Okay, now we got her. Now we got her on the ropes. Before her death, she was Juan Korea's manager. So I believe you got close to Miss Korea so you could find out more about her suicide. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Fuck you, Phoenix Wright. I hate you. There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship with nothing. I don't believe you. Resolved. Okay, now the question is, I think this is asking to present her suicide attempt. Okay, I was wrong. It's the other one. There we go. Okay. So that was never found, was it? Looked like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who had discovered her body, Mr. Kurita. Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with him at all, isn't it? Rambling's long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. Oh, really? Oh, really? Doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. We have evidence that proves the direct opposite of this. She was special for you because you tried to commit suicide. Yes, you do. You've been very independent. Very independent. Except, you know, when anything actually happens. Dependent on missed impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. This is kind of mean, I'm not gonna lie. This is actually very mean. I don't know if I like this. But, no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. We are very much bullying this poor suicide victim. Thought to recover from him by getting close, am I right? That's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why was the victim killed? Exactly. Mr. Andrews, you have become the one with the reason to want Miss Kurita dead. Yes. If he was involved in her suicide, you have a reason to off him. We got her. Bit mean about it, but we got her. Now, why'd you want to kill him? I'm physically small, I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. Never wanted anyone to find out the truth. That I have mental health issues. This one thing, it's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. That's tough. I also... Why are... Like, even though it's a depressing version of it, this is the Steel Samurai music. You couldn't find anything better? A worthless human being, right? I never said that. I never said that. I've hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Corrida. Celeste. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. It's like that tabloid reported the truth after all, huh? There's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. That's a good metaphor. I like that. As for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me. That's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so... I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Fine, okay, sure. Jesus Christ, please don't do that. Jesus Christ, okay. Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, this? I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. Should probably take that. A seashell? I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. I must be off. I leave Mr. on guard in your capable hands. In quotes. I love the in quotes there. Alright, so I think we're more or less done at this point. It's almost time for the trial. We can't do anything about Maya until we get to this case, unfortunately. That's just the way it's gonna be, Pearly. Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? She needs sleep, and we need to prepare for our trial. But I think we're done here for today. Time for a trial. Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews had a motive. That's right. She also wanted to discover the victim's body. Clever. Who's calling us? Oh, it's the killer. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone. As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished. So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. Why is he French? Because why not? At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Very well. It's Maya! Ask my sis. But her sis is dead. It's time for a channeling. Hello again! I'm glad the women of the Faye family have one-size-fits-all clothing. Alright, tell me about this message. She's safe for now. The kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. When she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the notes she left. And I gathered as much information about her as I could. Pearls is being possessed by the soul of Maya's dead sister. Currently. And when a medium is possessed by a spirit, they take on the spirit's physical appearance. This is kind of like the thing that goes back way back to the first game in this series. So what happened is that Maya channeled Mia's spirit. Mia analyzed the note that Maya left for her and the location she was in. And then depossessed Maya to possess Pearl. And tell this information to Phoenix. Maya's still alive. Maya is still very much alive, but Mia, the person we're talking to here, is her sister, and she's very much dead. She was killed in the second case of the first game. Then Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. She didn't see the face of her attacker. Even if it's the killer. I heard when I was with her. Alright, she's hungry. She's a very hungry lady. You can have an apple pie, or you can have some hamburgers, Maya. You have some fucking hamburgers! On an authentic Japanese kotatsu. Alright. It's a locked door. But you don't have anything to unlock it with. Oh, there is a card here. Oh, I recognize this card. It's the one that Ancient Angie was holding. Why did she have it? Maybe she's a killer. Seems not a blue shell card. Alright, she got out. She got out. It's good for her. She got out just in time for our fucking trial. Trial of the Dragon.